Hi, it's Lisa with Family Matters Law Group. Wanted to take a moment to discuss the basics of equitable distribution in Florida. So, in Florida, when people get married, from that moment in time forward, all of the assets that they accumulate and all of the debt that they accumulate is considered marital. So, regardless of whose name it's in, it's all considered marital debt. At the time of a divorce, all of those assets and all of those debts are going to get split basically equally between the two parties. So what does this mean? It means that we're going to take an accounting of what is the total amount of assets that the two of you have, and we're going to take an accounting of what's the total amount of debts, and we're going to try to figure out how to divide those things up in a way to where it's split evenly, 50-50 between the two of you. So, regardless of who contributed to the accounts during the marriage or where the money came from, without a prenuptial agreement, if you are married during the period you're married, all of the assets and all of the debts are considered marital and get split equally at the time of a divorce. Now, there are some assets that it would be very difficult to split equally, while others it's pretty easy. If there's a checking account with $3,000 in it, it's fairly easy to give one person $1,500 and the other person $1,500. If there is a retirement account that has increased in value by $50,000 during the time of the marriage, there are things that we can do to split that retirement account and give one person $25,000 and the other person $25,000. There are other things that are not that easy to split. For example, a credit card debt. If a credit card debt is in one party's name, while the other party may be responsible for half the debt, the credit card company doesn't care about that. And so it could be putting the party at risk whose name the credit card is in if the debt is owed in their name and the other person is responsible for it and somehow doesn't pay it. So it's because of these things that we sometimes move money around, but at the end of the day, our end goal is always to accomplish that you each are getting half of what the two of you have acquired together, and you each owe half of what the two of you have incurred together during the period of your marriage. If you have questions about this in your case or want to talk about the different ways that we can specifically go about splitting up the assets and debts, get in touch with your attorney. If you're already a client, we're happy to have a phone call to chat with you about what options may be available. And if you're not a client yet, these are the kinds of things that we are more than happy to address with you. And we can have a free consultation to discuss some options. Get in touch soon.